Alright, here's the 40 quart cooler that I'm going to be mounting into the bow of the boat. I knew when I ordered it, it came with the handle and wheels. So I'm going to disassemble that. It won't be used for storing ice or anything like that. It is going to be used as a small locker for things like the horn, spare, boat plug. I'm hoping I can even fit two life vests in there. So let's get to disassembling this and seeing how we are going to mount it. I have a couple of ideas, and I guess it depends on where this thing logically sits as to what I'll be doing. So this piece here is kind of intertwined with the cover, so I'm not sure how that's going to happen. Alright, with the back removed and the cover off the cooler, there it is centered in the front of the boat. Now regarding securing it, I'm going to need 4 fasteners, I'm pretty sure. 2 on the bottom and 1 on each side. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gap here on this side and the other side. But I want to show you something at the bottom. That's some mount for the sail. I think, again, because I'm not using this cooler to cool anything, I may cut out a hole here by tracing that, and that should sink the cooler down a little bit and allow me to get it flat and positively secured to the boat. Like I said, 2 in the bottom, possibly 2 on the sides. Maybe 2 in the bottom will be enough. So it's really not going to be used as a seat. It's just to store stuff, as I'd mentioned before. So let me get a trace on that and see what happens. Here goes nothing. So there's my circle that I traced from there. And I can just tell you straight out right now, before I do any cutting, my intention was to cut this a little wider so it could sit down in there. I'm going to secure it without cutting it first. And if I don't like it, I will then cut it and secure it. So let's see if we can make this work as is. Alright, there's the 2 stainless screws with washers on the inside. And that's about how much they show at the outside. So I'm going to mark them on the boat and drill a pilot hole. Alright, initially the lid was held on with 1 screw, and there was 2 screws down there at the base, and that whole handle apparatus sort of kept it secure. So I'm going to add an additional screw or 2 up top, drill some pilot holes and some washers, and secure the lid really well, because that's essentially what we're using this for, is just for storage, and the lid is more important than whatever that is. I'll take those burrs off and fill them up with caulking. Alright, I removed the plug because obviously there won't be water in this cooler, and I don't want it to hold water, so caulked those holes, and 3 screws with 3 washers to hold the lid. Alright, it's mounted with 2 screws in the base. You can see right there. So what I'm going to do is run a screw out the side into here. And I think I'm going to use a piece of PVC trimmed out to fill the gap. Let's start with doing that. I took a measurement from here to here, including the inside of the case, and 5 inches looked to be about right. So I got 2 5-inch lags. I'm going to figure out where I want to put them measure them evenly, put in, or should I say create a PVC spacer, which I'll show you, and use a series of washers to keep it all secure. But that should really brace this thing up. That is why I went this way with the screws on the floor, because these are going to go this way, so to make like a T for bracing it. Now let's see if I can film the final assembly. It's hard enough to do with two hands. Installed spacers and 5-inch lags. Like any boat, this boat is not exactly symmetrical, so that side over there was about a 1/2 inch difference to that, but to get it even in the middle of the boat, that's kind of what it took. So just dealing with that when you work on a boat, even if it's fiberglass and preform, you'll probably find that not much of anything really is completely square. You just gotta kind of square it up to itself.